Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be doing a full review on my 4x4x6 Fisher Cube. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my updates on this, this is a puzzle that I made myself. This is not mass produced, and this is made out of a mass produced 4x4x6 from Calvin's Puzzle and Tom Z. The stickers came in today and I stickered it up. I've been waiting a while for these. The puzzle's been sitting on my shelf without stickers for a while and I've been super stoked to get them. I wanted to know what it looked like with the stickers on it, and as you can see it turned out really good, and the turning on this thing is pretty amazing. So it actually turned out really well, and I had this idea for quite a long time to make this puzzle, but I didn't think that I had the modding skills to do it, so I challenged myself and said, you know, let's just do it anyways and see what happens, and it actually turned out fairly well. It was a bit of an expensive puzzle to make because it requires two 4x4x6s and then the materials in order to make it, like the epoxies and spray paint and then stickers. It was about $100 in order to make this puzzle. And then of course my time, which was 25 hours altogether. So it's quite a lot to make this puzzle, and I couldn't be happier with the way it turned out, to be honest. Now, if you remember some of my updates, there was a lot of imperfections in the puzzle where I could have spent more time sanding it and stuff, but with stickers on it, you can't see those imperfections. This looks like a mass-produced puzzle. And of course here, I've got my crazy bad logo, and the logos just happen to be the exact same size as the stickers that were cut for this. So that's just a single sticker. It's not my logo over top of another sticker, which is really good. And because it's protected with a clear coating, it can't rub off. So that's really nice. I'm glad that I can put my my custom logos on a custom puzzle that I made. So anyways, let's go on with the turning. The turning is very good. It's just as good as a regular 4x4x6. And this turns through all layers. Now the only issue with the turning is the top layer. So you can see it, these ones move nice, these ones move nice, but when you turn a top layer by itself, well, not so much now, but a lot of the time when you're trying to turn a top layer, it'll catch. And the reason for that is because, you know, the sides here want to turn. So if you grip, you might, you know, if you're gripping wrong, you might accidentally turn, you know, these layers and it can lock up on you a bit. If you turn the second layer, well, then that can't happen and you can turn these no problem. But if you're really gentle with the puzzle, you don't even have to be that gentle, to be honest. You just have to have it all aligned. Then the layers will turn no problem. And it looks really nice. See, that's the problem. So turn it a little bit. So the top layer is really the only issue that I have with this puzzle, and even then it's easy to work around if you're just patient. Alright, so the cool thing about this too is that it can interchange color scheme. So you can see here we have the classic white and then blue in front, and then the classic color scheme goes red on the right of blue, then green, and then orange. But if I was to do 3 turns, 1, 2, 3, well, now you can see the color scheme is 2 of them have swapped. So now it goes white, and then blue, then orange, green, and red. And that's just with 3 moves. And of course, I showed the house cube that I was able to make with this too. And that looks pretty cool with this. So you can see that now it's actually really nice. I really like the way that looks. So you could even solve it this way. Who says that's not solved, right? Maybe, maybe, you know, if it was re-stickered, that these could be the same color and these could be the same color. But overall, I really like the way this puzzle came out. I think it's going to be a blast to solve. And it corner cuts just like a regular 4x4x6, you know, through all the layers. It's got quite a good gap in there. You can see how good the corner cutting is, just like a regular 4x4x6. And now everything's kind of skewed. It looks pretty cool. So anyways, let's go ahead and just scramble this thing up because I want to see what this thing looks like all scrambled up. Because I've been waiting a while to solve it. All right. Turn this. And already that looks pretty cool. All right, so let's see if that's a good scramble. It seems to be pretty good. Yep, I think that's a pretty good scramble. So now we can go into shape-shifting turns. So yeah, if you didn't know, it's a shape-shifting puzzle. And it's also a super cube because these center pieces have orientation because they're curved now. So let's go through. So yeah, turning on this when it's in the shape-shifted form is really, really, really good. All right, so I'm gonna call that scrambled, maybe not that, there. So that is a scrambled 4x4x6 Fisher cube. Really nice. And of course I got the idea from Tony Fisher's original 3x3 Fisher cube. And I've talked with him on Facebook about this, and he enjoyed the updates, I think, and said I did a pretty good job. And he even said that, you know, putting stickers on would really mask any imperfections and stuff. So I did that. And I'm really bad at making stickers, which is why I measured this puzzle and then ordered custom stickers from Oliver's shop. By the way, Oliver has a really good sticker shop and really good stickers as well, and a good variety. And I'll leave a link to his shop in the description. It's a brand new shop. I don't know if any of you guys have been there in a while, but it's brand new. It's totally redone and it's awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and solve this thing and then come back and let you know how it went. Okay guys, so I've solved this, and I've only solved it once because I have to say that it is a bit of a pain to solve. It is a little bit more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I ran into some things that seemed like they were really weird parodies, but they were actually just, I was misplacing pieces. There's equivalency here, like this piece is equivalent to this piece right here, whereas on a regular 4x4x6, let's just use a 4x4x5 for example, saying these two pieces, they aren't equivalent, because if I was to put this one here, it would be flipped upside down and the color scheme would be backwards. But on this one, you don't know the color scheme, because what used to be these pieces has now been chopped and become these pieces. So I can actually flip these upside down, and I'll demonstrate this. So we'll keep an eye on this piece. We want to put it here. So we bring it over here, and now we can bring it here, right? So the pieces can be interchanged. And part of the solve for that, like I solved the centers first, and then all of the centers. And then I kind of want to put it back into the cuboid form, so I solve these pieces right here, but only by shape, not by color. And then I can put it back into the cuboid form. And then I solve these ones right here, which are actually corners, not centers. And once I have that, I have this whole 2 row like this. And then I solve the bottom one, which is no problem. And then when I'm solving the top one, I got to put these pieces in correctly. But I will find that they're not, it's just a situation where it's not going to happen. I've always got 2 that are across from each other, and that's just not right. It should be either none or 1 or 2 that are adjacent to each other. So it just turned out that I had to flip these, and that was the problem, is that that one belonged here and this one belonged there. And you can have parity if you don't fix that. It's actually not parity, it's misplacement. And then the same thing with these pieces. I ran into what's called the floppy parity, and it's kind of a pain to solve on this thing, to be honest. But then I realized I didn't have to run into that. There's a way around it, so I can actually fix that before now. So I will do that on my next solve. But anyways, the solving is very challenging. I knew it would be, but I didn't think it was going to be as challenging as it was. It racked my brain a little bit. But as far as the puzzle, it turned out very, very well. And I can't be excited. I can't be excited enough to start working on more types of puzzles. So this really gave me motivation. That and my I-445 cube. So anyways, I wanted to share this with you guys. It's been a while since I've given you an update on it, and now it is finished. And I really hope you guys liked the puzzle. And so thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.